This video is going to be about editing voxels in my Voxel engine. Since last time, I've added material-based voxels. So depending on the voxel's data value, the mesh generated from it will actually have a different material. What you're seeing is actually materials without UV. That's why they're all flat colors. But now I'm going to switch over to a demo with the UV. Okay, to start off with, I'm gonna place a sphere. Just a simple sphere of this material. Then I'm gonna destroy some using the same sphere. So you can think of the sphere as a brush, and I'm increasing the brush size here, so the sphere size gets bigger. It's not a perfect sphere because of the equation that I'm using, but now I'm gonna fill in some air using the same a smaller sphere brush. Now I'm gonna hit delete to clear the space, to sort of clear the sandbox, if you will. Now I switched over to a cube brush. As you can see, it's a pretty big cube. Now I'm going to decrease the brush size and dig into the bigger cube. I'm just gonna keep on going till I reach the end. Now go in the other direction and we should be outside. So if you go in here, you get sort of a no clip view of what the path we made. I'm just gonna go through and come out the other side. So I just increased the cube size and dug a big cube inside the bigger cube and go all the way through. So now I'm gonna reset again, and I'm going to switch over to a different shape, a line this time. As you can see, it makes a pretty cool line that comes out of the center of the screen. And it goes on infinitely, so it doesn't end. As the line icon on the bottom left keeps getting wider, the size of the line also keeps getting bigger. So here I'm also placing air with the line brush, if you want to think of it that way. Now I'm gonna reset again and switch over to the next shape. So this is a point, very straightforward, just a point in space that gets filled with the brush. You can also fill air with it as well. Okay, so I reset again, and last but not least, I'm switching over to the Perlin noise brush. So what it does is fill an area with a voxel if that point in space has a Perlin noise value above a threshold. So here I'm gonna reset and decrease the size. When I decrease the size, it's the same as decreasing the scale of the Perlin noise. But yeah, that's it for all the shapes. And next I'm gonna show you the materials in this engine. So in all the previous demos, I've been using the metal material, and that's what I'm gonna start with. Next is a material that changes color depending on its Y position. And then the next material is it changes color depending on the Perlin noise of its position. Looks pretty cool, like a pink cloud almost. Then this is a grass material. So this one actually has a UV mapping like the metal one. Then some rocks and some sand. So those three, the grass, rock, and the sand, they're all using the default texture from Unity. Now I switch over to the cube shape, the cube brush, if you will. And then I'm gonna sort of do the same thing. So place around cubes with different materials. So here I go, grass, then rock, and sand. As you can see, it looks pretty neat. Next up, I'm gonna switch over to the line brush, so the line tool, and hit the cubes with the same material but with a line. As you can see, this also looks pretty cool, almost like a rainbow of different materials. And you can clearly see one of the materials changing with the Y position and the other one changing with the purling noise of its position, which is the pink and blue one. So there were some broken triangles there, which meant we had reached our vertices limit. So I cleared the sandbox, and now I'm showing the purling noise with different materials. It also looks pretty cool. If you were doing terrain generation, it would be pretty similar to this as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more, like if you like. See ya.